How's it going, everybody? It's your boy Ron J. Spike. We are here at Turning Point, Phoenix, and I got a really special interview. First of all, I want to say I watch this guy every day. No, I'm not obsessed, but you be speaking that real. And for those who live under a rock and don't know, tell the people who you are, man.
My name is Greg Foreman, and I am the host of the YouTube channel Black Conservative Perspective.
All right, cool. So y'all heard that. Where can they find you? Where can they find all this stuff?
Yeah, so you can find me at Black Conservative Perspective on Twitter, G Foreman BCP, Instagram, G Foreman BCP, but mainly on YouTube and also Rumble too, Black Conservative Perspective.
You be going hard on the left, bro. Like, you go hard on them. And the reason why I appreciate watching your interviews is because, you know what I'm saying, you do it from a perspective of, like, the young guys like me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get, like, I can't understand when everybody else talk, but when you break it down, I get it. I show my friends, like, look, this is what we would say if we knew much about politics, you know what I'm saying? So
absolutely.
I appreciate what you do, man. Tell us, how did you get into politics? How do you have all this knowledge about it?
Yeah, so I've always been following politics. I mean, I grew up watching Fox News. It's one of my favorite networks, even as just like a young boy. And I've always kept up with politics. And I, don't just listen to people on the right or conservatives. I listen to everybody. I listen to all perspectives because I think that helps you understand the political landscape. And I think that is probably a foundation for having, a good understanding of what's going on in our politics, is listening to everybody's opinion. And I've always grew up leaning more conservative, growing up in the Bible Belt, the South. However, I did go to college, and since college is a liberal indoctrination center, there was some things that in college that did influence me. And seeing the real world after college, getting out of the liberal bubble, kind of helped me understand, okay, like, when you go to college, you are in a bubble. Like, there are perspectives and views there that you're not going to get, that you do get when you go into real life. And I think that is important for me. And then seeing what happened with the BLM riots and, the Antifa riots and stuff like that, I think that was my real red pill moment to motivate me to speak out and to give my opinion, because, I experienced that stuff happening in college too. And the perspective I got in college versus after college really it was different, because I didn't have anybody telling me how am I supposed to think about this, that, it was just me. And I was like, okay, this is my opinion from what I'm saying without the bubble around me. And that's kind of what really led me to kind of speak out.
Very similar to my story too. When the BLM riots and all that stuff was going on, that's when I started getting red pilled, you know what I'm saying? So, but I do have a question for you though. So, how do you think Republicans can speak to, like, the black community and, like, get that culture better? Because we get it, but it's still a lot of our people that don't get it. You do a good job of talking to them. I do my little music stuff, but how do you think others can, like, what do you think they could do?
Well, I think it's just important just to be relatable and to not be super judgmental or, talking down to people or anything like that, but just to be like, hey, I relate. These are all the common things that we believe in. These are common set of shared values. And, I can speak for in the South, black people generally tend to be more conservative. They don't tend to socially. They don't tend to be on board with a lot of things that the left is pushing. But for whatever reason, Democrats have, I guess, made it so black people think they have to vote Democrat because Republicans are racist and yada, yada, yada. And it's difficult because, Republicans are in a position where he's like, look, we don't really want to play the identity politics game in terms of pandering to people based off their race. But, I think that, if you're not going to do that, I think it's fun. I think it's foundational to lead with a shared set of values and to show that, hey, we're relatable. We all believe the same thing. And I think that's really the key. And that's what I try to do, is just to be as relatable as possible.
You said the magic word, relatable, is what it is, because I feel like that's what I try to do. Yeah. I don't try to, like, say words that they may not, like, understand and say all these big names and stuff. I'm not... I talk to them like how I would talk to anybody else. Yep. And that's where they'd be like, okay, well, I see where you're coming from. So, but you do a great job of doing it. That's why I wanted to highlight you. I have one fun question, all right?
Got it.
Who are you going to go for? Is it going to be Trump or DeSantis?
So right now, Trump is the only person that's declared, so Trump has my vote. I think that DeSantis, if he declares, I mean, let the best man win, and whoever wins is who I will support. But as of right now, Trump is the only one
So let's
declared.
say both of them go, because I see how you did that. Both of them decide should DeSantis.
See, I tried to politician my way out of the question,
did.
and you're not letting me politician my way out of it.
I caught you though, but that's why I said you would do a good job. This is the real. Who you gonna go for, bro?
As of right now, Trump. I haven't heard DeSantis in the primaries yet. So as of right now, based off who's declared, if both declare, as of right now, from what I know, I'm gonna go with Trump.
Sounds like a DeSantis voter, y'all. I ain't gonna lie, but it's all good. I'm pretty sure you got your reason.
No, I'm going with Trump. No, I said it on my channel. I said Trump right now got my vote. As of right now, I think Trump and him wanting to drain the swamp, him announcing like, hey, I'm trying to implement term limits. I'm trying to end some of the corruption when it comes to the lobbying stuff. I think that's the most powerful part of his platform, and I really do want to see the swamp drained. And I think the swamp has really come after Trump, and I think that hopefully motivates him to rid some of the corruption that we're seeing in Washington, D.C. in a very, very, very serious way, next time around. So, even if DeSantis declared, unless DeSantis can convince me that he's going to be better at doing that, because we got a whole lot of swamp to drain, the FBI, the whole system is corrupt, then Trump got my vote.
Well, y'all heard it first, man. I'm honored to do this interview. I'm gonna tell you again, bro. I watch you all the time. You, Brandon Tatum. I literally just watch y'all videos, bro. When I need to get educated on what's going on, I go straight to your interviews. Your videos. So thank you, and continue doing what you're doing. One more time, tell the people where they can find you before we close out.
Yeah, my name is Greg Foreman, and you can find me at YouTube at Black Conservative Perspective, Twitter at GForemanBCP, Instagram at GForemanBCP.
And we out.